Trading trends. There is a commonplace notion of a trend, which is a movement of a market roughly in one direction that everyone understands, anyone in the street would understand. A trend is a continuous movement over a certain period of time, whether it's 10 minutes, 10 hours, 10 days or 10 weeks. That we can describe as a trend, and it typically means a series of higher highs and higher lows. That's a bull trend. I think that's a notion that everyone has grasped in their own lives. There's a trend in house prices, there's a trend in the price of vegetables, a seasonal trend you might say. So I don't think that's a difficult concept, and quite simply the notion of taking advantage of such a trend seems to me clear for everyone as well. The issue is, at what point in the trend you need to get in to take advantage of it. It needs to be early in the trend rather than the end of the trend, since they're typically always finite, they don't go on forever trends. So the trading decision is not that does a trend exist so much, that it nearly always is, but that am I getting in too late, and am I early enough to take advantage of it so I can get into the market and then get out higher up later on in the trend. If you break down trading into two steps, trade discovery, i.e. the idea behind the trade, and then the management of the trade, the management of the risk, then think first about the first one. You've got a problem with trends because we don't know whether the trend's very old and just about to break, or whether it's beginning. So that's a massive question that requires a lot of thought by the trader. So that's never easy. Is this trade going to go on and on, or is it just beginning? Yes, it does sound easy, doesn't it, trend trading? Find a trend, sit on it, make some money. The problem is to know whether the trend is a young trend and therefore liable to go on for a while, or an old trend and liable to break down. So when we talk about trade discovery, i.e. discovering an opportunity we want to take advantage of, there's that big question hanging over it. Is it a young trend or an old trend? The next issue is, once you're in the trend, is how do you control your risk? Which is the second half of all traders. You can be a great discovery of great trades, but you may manage your risk badly. The trend, and that's easier with trends and charts because there's a very specific moment at which the chart breaks. So the big problem with getting into the trade is it an old or young trend. The easy problem in this instance is risk control. When the trend is broken, you're out.